At the moment, I am pleasantly surprised to be standing at the top of the Clinical Medicine Academic and Research Center for Faculty of Medicine, Colombo. From here, I can view the vast landscape of Colombo, which epitomizes the long and hard yet illustrious journey the Department of Clinical Medicine went through to serve and teach our students as well as our patients. The Colombo Medical School is the first medical school in this country, possessing a rich history since its inception in 1870. It is the second oldest medical school in South Asia, and for nearly a century was the only medical school to provide medical education, medical research, and health services to the nation. In 1870, the school began with Dr. James Luce as its first principal. Only 3 teachers and 25 students were enrolled, and the course duration was limited to 3 years. In 1884, the course duration was extended to 5 years, and the Ceylon Medical College was able to provide the complete MBBS degree to its students, with full recognition of the General Medical Council of the United Kingdom. The Department of Clinical Medicine was one of the first departments to have been established in the faculty alongside anatomy, physiology, gynecology and obstetrics, and surgery. Initially, the department was located in the physiology building. Later, in 1954, it was shifted to the administrative building. Professor P.B. Fernando served as the first professor of medicine from 1936 to 1959. Since then, the department was guided by 3 more professors, Professor K. Rajasurya, Professor K. Dharmadasa, and at present, Professor Rizvi Sharif.
I am Professor Rizvi Sharif, the Professor of Medicine, holding the chair from 1990 at the Department of Medicine, now called the Department of Clinical Medicine, of the Faculty of Medicine, University of Colombo. The objective of the Department of Medicine is, of course, to teach internal medicine or general medicine as it is called, and all its specialities. As you know, over the last 40 odd years where I have also been in the department, medicine has grown beyond leaps and bounds. It was just the 4 of us in the department when I joined, but today we have around 15 teachers and 5 professors.
Our department has a unique feature, which is to have academic clinicians from 10 subspecialties in medicine, 4 of them having doctorates in research and 3 with MPhils. I now wish to introduce the department staff members. Professor Sharif, whose interests are in nephrology, toxicology and medical education. Professor Sham Fernando in respiratory medicine. Professor Seneka Rajapaksa, critical care medicine and tropical medicine. Professor Ariyarani Jnanadasan, toxicology and toxinology. Dr. Rushika Lanarol, nephrology. Dr. Godwin Constantine, cardiology. Dr. Panduka Karunanayaka, infectious diseases. Dr. Thursi Chang, neurology. Dr. Prasad Katulanda, diabetes and endocrinology. Dr. Inoshi Atakorala, rheumatology. Dr. Eranga Vijayavikrama, nephrology. Dr. Chaturaka Rodrigo, tropical and infectious diseases and liaison psychiatry. And myself, medical education and systems medicine.
The Department of Clinical Medicine was mainly conducting its clinical teaching to students whilst simultaneously providing clinical services to thousands of patients at the old Ward 41. For more than 50 years, the staff of the department has been able to fulfill their duties in teaching students as well as in delivering clinical services to patients, despite the many hardships they faced with minimum facilities in the previous Ward 41. The teaching activities conducted by the department are aimed at both undergraduates as well as postgraduates. Lectures, ward classes, tutorials, and examinations are among the many undergraduate teaching activities held on a daily basis. Postgraduate training programs include intern training and PG training, grand ward rounds, and MD examinations.
Prior to the PGIM being set up, it was really our department which started the first MD program in this country in 1958, we had what was called the MD Ceylon. And this, after 1980, was replaced by the MD Colombo, and we have many specialists in this country today who have passed through our hands.
The contribution by the department to the overall academic activities of the faculty is highlighted by its members taking on a lead role in key streams such as Applied Sciences stream, Behavioral Sciences stream, and the Skills Laboratory, to name a few. In the year 2012, nearly 10,000 admissions were treated in both university medicine wards. Nearly 1,200 hemodialysis were performed, and with collaboration of the Department of Surgery, 28 kidney transplants were performed successfully as well. The medical laboratory plays an integral part of the Department of Clinical Medicine. Thousands of patients benefit from its services on a weekly basis. The laboratory conducts basic hematological and biochemical investigations for patients of the public as well as the private sector. The laboratory also plays a key role in conducting clinical research for the department. Among the services provided, the research done in the Department of Clinical Medicine is renowned internationally and sought by local as well as international researchers. Last year, 38 research papers, 15 case reports, 4 invited articles, 6 books and chapters in books were published. Last year, the University of Colombo Award for Excellence in Research in Medicine was awarded to Professor Senaka Rajapaksha. An Excellence Award for the Most Outstanding Researcher of Sri Lanka was awarded to Dr. Chaturaka Rodrigo. The Diabetic Research Unit of the department has been conducting research on community-based as well as on metabolic diabetes for nearly a decade.
The Diabetic Research Unit of the Department of Clinical Medicine was started in 2005, and it was initially started as a collaborative unit between the Department of Clinical Medicine and the Oxford Centre for Diabetes, Endocrinology and Metabolism in UK. And during this period of about 7 years, we have been able to produce more than 50 research publications, including some in very leading high impact journals. And over this period we have had close to about 100 very young enterprising pre-intern research associates who have worked with us as researchers, and some of whom we have been able to offer very good research training in the University of Oxford as well as other places like the European Association for the Study of Diabetes.
The Snake Venom Research Laboratory and Herpetarium is another important research unit of the department.
We have established Snake Venom Research Laboratory and Herpetarium in the Department of Clinical Medicine in the year 2003. The aim of this venture is to do research on snake venom as well as to manufacture an indigenous antivenom for Sri Lanka, so that it will reduce the morbidity and mortality of snake bite patients in Sri Lanka.
The Department of Clinical Medicine has strived to serve the nation at various levels beyond the realms of the faculty. Key positions such as the presidency of the SLMA and Endocrine Society, secretaryship of the SLMA, Ceylon College of Physicians, and PGIM were held by members of the department.
And we are very proud to say that we have been able to negotiate a building with the Ministry of Health. We have a memorandum of understanding, and the Ministry of Higher Education has had the foresight to put in more than 200 million rupees into this project, and we are grateful to the Ministry of Health for having given us the land. So one of our objectives is really to forge these international links and research collaborations, which is the way forward to introduce more and more local research and stimulate young doctors to take on to research. So for this we needed space, we needed the exposure to foreign collaborators to come and work with us. We needed the laboratories and additional space, which we have been able to do with this. Our exams and educational programs have also been revamped, And the curricula, as you know, of the Colombo Medical School in 1995, our teachers, particularly Professor Saroj Jayasinghe, has put in an enormous amount of time and effort to redesign the new integrated curriculum. So the Department of Medicine has grown from small numbers to big numbers, grown in stature and respectability with respect to academic excellence, research excellence, and so on. And we want to take it up further. As I leave the department next year, I am a happy man that the department has grown.